Hello everyone, this is my week 26 recap, and I really had just one day where I got into contact again with the same uh, being or uh, thought or whatever it is that refers to um, himself, herself, itself as Solomon. I got in contact with Solomon just once last week. And it followed a very strange dream that I had on that night. I don't know what was going on, but I had it was on the 22nd. I'll just read what I said. I just had a dream last night. It was slightly creepy where I heard this ghostly female voice in the background. And it seemed to be teaching me something, but I couldn't make out what was being said. Um, and so when I got into my meditation, I asked Solomon, who was that or what was that? And Solomon said that it was a being who had my best interests in mind and there was nothing to fear. Ultimately, I would benefit from the communication, but Solomon didn't really go into elaborating more on who or what the female voice that I heard in the middle of the night was. And again, I don't know if because that would um, uh, somehow hamper uh, the communication that was going on between us, because if and maybe it would develop I would develop some type of belief, and then that would hamper that communication. That would be my guess. That was kind of what I was getting. Like, he didn't want to give me too much information on who that was because it could mess up what was going on. But again, that communication was going on in the middle of the night, and it was like I was kind of half awake and half sleeping, and it was going on in the background. It was very strange. It was a strange. Again, I don't even know if it was a dream because I was conscious at the time. I kind of, it was going on in the background while I was thinking about something else. And then I was hearing the voice, and then that's when I was bringing my attention to the voice, and I was trying to hear what was actually being said, because it was just kind of, you could tell it was, again, a female voice that was actually instructing me, but it was just, what was being said was kind of hard to make out. Um, on the and again, that was the only day that I got into contact with Solomon. On the 23rd, I had this vision that I was floating, um, a vision of floating by a tower, this tower. And sometimes when I would realize I would have these floating dreams or flying dreams, I would become like fearful of them, because then you start looking and it's like, oh my God, I'm way up in the air. And during this meditation, I just realized through the last, I don't know, year. Definitely the last couple years, I've been really focusing on more about how I feel versus actually what's going on in my experience. And so I had that floating vision, and so I realized I was floating, and I just kind of focus on trying to enjoy just the sensation of floating. That was it. That was my whole meditation um, during that time, was just enjoying just the floating feeling, and that was it. So from the 24th through the 28th, I most all my meditations were just pretty quiet. On the 28th today, I really tried to focus on trying to get in contact with Solomon, so I kind of would put my attention in the same area uh, where he was at before. Um, but it's like I can feel when he's there because the sensation of like this really good feeling starts coming through me, and it's like a feeling of joy. Um, I get that, I get that feeling all of a sudden, this feeling of joy, and then I have this communication with this voice, and I put my attention in the same spot, but again, I didn't get that feeling, so there was really no communication going on, and so I can only assume that he was not there, or I um, just didn't need him. These last couple days, I don't really know, or it wouldn't benefit me to talk to him at this time. There was nothing important that needed to be said. I can only speculate, but I just know that I didn't communicate with him. I was looking for Solomon and I didn't find him. So just on the Tuesday, and that was just to kind of I felt like it was just kind of trying to calm me down, so calm down any fears or anxieties that I would have towards that voice, and that was really about it. So anyway, that's my week 26 recap. So again, I will talk with everyone next week. All right, thank you.